and I liked the harmonies. I liked what you mentioned, the kind of rising harmonies. Anyway, it was a good tune.
It was a good tune. One of the things I liked about it was it has a nice warm sound to it, just the way they recorded it. Yeah, it just very warm, and I like the guitar sound, and the vocal harmonies I thought were really good. It was a really, really nice song. I liked it.
Well, here's another quick sidetrack just before we get the next one, just because I've been thinking about this stuff, and I've seen a bunch of stuff online the past few days, and this is all good stuff, by the way. But the one thing I saw, and I'd heard about a while ago, and I just forgot about it, but there was one night where, because speaking of good vocalist, Freddie Mercury, before he passed away, like, I mean, he is just, man, like the fact that he could do operatic and rock is just unbelievable, man. He was fantastic, and the rock world lost a vocal god when he died, you know, and he one night actually went out with Princess Diana. And what had happened, what he did is he dressed her up in drag and took her to the gay bars, and then said, and the caption was, the one night they both could be queens. You know, but it was awesome, and it was like Martin saying, like, they saying that was one of the best nights she'd ever had, and Freddie Mercury was just like in his glory, hanging out with her, because obviously well, not the monarch, but close enough, you know, being a princess, so yeah, it was a great night, and they only did it once, but it was quoted as saying he actually wanted to do it again with her because they had such a blast. So, and I saw that, I was like, that's awesome, man. I couldn't imagine, like, I can just picture it too, of dressing her up as a guy to go to these bars, right? Dressing up for drag, I mean, so yeah, very cool, and that's awesome. Like, it was one of those things I forgot about. I was like, oh man, I completely forgot about that, because I remember hearing about that, and like, yeah, so it was another good time. So another sidetrack done, and the next one up is a guy, as a good friend of ours. We haven't interviewed him, but hopefully soon. And the guy's a relative unknown, and the song's called "To Realize." Dig this.
looking for a stairway. You need a ladder to realize, to realize, to realize, to be alive, to be alive, to be alive. You realize, 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 to be alive, to be alive, to be alive.
Relative unknown to realize. Now, with him, he is just your classic, pretty much like we'll say hippie type, and just the vocals are always so heartfelt. I mean, you can really hear the emotion in it, and that's what I really like about his tunes. Is you can tell that he's just put a whole lot of like heart and soul and effort into that song.
Absolutely, and I know what the vibe you're talking about. It's just a singer-songwriter, kind of the campfire thing that we've discussed.
Yep.
There's always so much intensity in his vocals, and I love the way that he records it because it sounds like he's right in the room with you. So, really cool tune.
Absolutely. Nolan?
He'll be back in a moment.
Oh, he stepped out of the room.
He stepped out. Oh, yeah.
So, well, next up we'll get excuse me, his opinion when he gets back, but we'll go with the band's called Electric Floor and the song's called the My Bloody G. Dig this.
This is what you can build. I can't guide you now. This is what you hear. This is me. Some breathe over the steel while the night comes. Some breathe over the steel when the night comes. This is what you can be. You don't need me to know. The time is nothing here. Let it bloom. Some breathe over the sea while the night comes. Some breathe over the sea. Come on, take my voice and face your fears. So take my voice and
Electric Floor, My Bloody G. Now, this one, not quite sure what to make of it, meaning like it is all over the place and not necessarily in a bad way. I was trying to follow the rhythm a little bit, and it was pretty interesting the way they kind of laid it out. So hats off to them for that, because it was a cool tune, but at first like a little hard to follow, and like I said, not necessarily in a bad way, just because it was all kind of such an eclectic mix of timing and everything else. So yeah.
I would agree with all of that. We listened to it earlier today, and yeah, the first thing that struck me was just the rhythmic patterns in it, and it's an extremely complex piece of music, and it's unlike anything I've actually ever heard before. And the fact that the vocals were just soaring over the top of this amazingly complex rhythmic structure was really, like you said, hats off to them. They pulled it off.
Yeah, well, right. I mean, and not too many people do that, and when they do, it's got to be done right, because otherwise, it's like I've said about people covering songs, whether it's like a garage band or a mainstream band. Either you do it well or you screw it up. There's no in between.
Exactly.
And that's just the way it is. So, just before I get this next song, there is one song off this compilation that we're not going to be able to get to, just because for some reason it's not uploading properly. It shows uploaded and then it won't play. So I do apologize for that. That's why we've skipped over song 4 off the compilation, which is Philip Allen. And we'll try to figure out what's wrong, maybe get to it by the end of the show. If not, we'll work on it and get to it next week. So the next song off the compilation is a band called The Inseparables, which we've heard before. They're a very actually cool band off the Factory Fest compilations. And the song is called Cats Who Drive Cars. Dig this.
Went to the pound back in the day. You were sitting in a cage drinking Chardonnay. I said, let me get you out of this place. You're like, hey, why not? Okay. Cats who drive cars. I can drive your car. I can sit on your lap and look out the window.
Drive, drive, drive.
I can drive your car all day. Took you home and set you up. Got you tuna and science diet. Got you lots of stuff about